Okay, here we go. All right, all right, all right. So, welcome those who are here, present, for our brief, exactly, and ready and willing and able for our brief IMN meeting for our astrology class with the wizard. Yeah, this meeting just a hit and quit. Find out what happened the last time we met,
You did something.
what activities was done,
No.
and what activities, we plan to have accomplished by the next time we meet, right? And so it's just us here, it's really small, we can get straight through it. I mean, based upon what I know about ISC, one of the things that's standing out is the group meditation that was implemented since the last time we met. And this is key because we keep talking about. Well, first of all, let me just share this with those who hear me. I have to keep reminding everybody once I talk about IMN, because when we first met, the people they elected a trustee. They said, okay, if anything, the trust is not in order, but we got the affidavit, notarized affidavit saying the trustee of IMN, right? As a trustee, my job is to protect the interests and assets in IMN. So, I'm just coming direct the way Spirit is telling me to come with IMN. So we're just coming straight to it. And, okay. The group meditation, reason being because we got to get our shit right. First and foremost, we got to work individually on ourselves, right? And so actually what this group meditation is, we collectively come together at 12 o'clock and meditate, collectively, individually. Then it's a group meditation, we each meditating individually on self. Right. And if you can make it here at 12 noon, it's great. If not, there's a email sent out with the idea and the like a phrase, so that if you can't make it, just at 12 o'clock, just put that phrase out there that we're meditating on. Right, I'll meditate on that. So as light works and things like this is what we have to start cultivating more of. Because I admit, we got to use all our resources, starting with what we have. And what we have is our intention and attention. So if we can say at a certain point in time, we're going to put our attention and intention together for a specific purpose, then something should happen.
Magic.
That's right. Since first and foremost, we got to start with self. Our first and foremost thing is let's, as a group, meditate on self. Right? Okay, so this is what ISC's got going on. On the lighter side, we was mentioned earlier, there is the Emerald Ball. Emerald Ball that's planned. And more so even a silent retreat. Silent retreat. And which is wonderful. Most of us are aware we started just more activities in general here at ISC, because ideally, there is a family feel here. Because on Sunday, it just feels like, Sunday at Big Mama house somehow.
That's right.
Exactly true. It's about 20 minutes. About 20 minutes. 12 noon, specifically, unless someone says they run it late, we actually start at 12 noon. And I send a text out. I send like 10 texts out at a time. So I'm gonna do like one group. I think you two are on the group list. And I may have not done it this time. I deal with colorful, but I can just put it now at like 12 o'clock to let you know, boom. Now I'm setting the phone down, I'm locking it here, I'm dinging the bell, and we're getting started. So, that's the kind of flow that goes on at 12 o'clock on Thursday. And the silent retreat is awesome because, it's just, I can't explain it. I've never really been on one. But just the theory of it. Just the theory of
That's
it.
good. I've done it on my own.
Right. So, and this really ties into, again, becoming aware of who we are. So, the group meditation, the Emerald Ball, the silent retreat, of course, the activities. Once a month, we're doing the social, get together. Well, once a month on Friday, we just come here, put some music on, and, dance, play cards, play spades, and just have a good time, Conscious house party, that's what another name that comes to mind, is a conscious house party. We did it before, let's do it again with like minds, And just over the summer, there's a lot of classes going on over the summer, but we don't want to get too much on the detail. We got this astrology class coming up, which is awesome. But the Empowerment Center here, this is these two are like, you know, Aset and Halaru. I mean, they're just like the twin of Ma'at and, you know, Tahuti, you know, because ISE, this foundation is basically an institute. And what we do is a 3-year curriculum on really self-realization. What those of us who are serious call is a 3-year rites of passage program to self-realize. Meaning after 3 years, if you complete the course, you should be an initiate then to fulfill the rest of your life, to have the rest of your life in a lifestyle that continually takes you to reaching that. So no more to say on that. But at the same time, the Empowerment Center is our grassroots. We say, yeah, we calling ourselves conscious here at ISE, right? But at the same time, there's a whole opposite end of the spectrum that we interact with all day, every day, that most of them want to talk about. You know, what we doing, what they doing, what they're not doing, they eating this, I saw somebody doing, I saw somebody doing that. Well, yeah, they're just an aspect of us, this, that, and the other. So what we're doing is, the Empowerment Center has a rites of passage program, and they also have a mentoring program. So we actually mentoring these students, or these youth, right? Because most of them in front of everything, that's all, just mentoring. And because INC and EC have the same kind of vision, same kind of ideology, same consciousness of who we are, we're going grassroots with that consciousness and awareness, right? So like I say, this is going to be more talking about the Empowerment Center in spirit speech once I get to, because this is where our communication lies. We're going to be communicating about all these things on a regular basis. So it's not just once a month we come together to find out what we're doing. We should be knowing even more so than that. Well, yeah. Anyway, let me be mindful of the time. So the Empowerment Center, rites of passage, the rights and mentor. And right now they actually have a summer camp going on. And she's always asking those who just have an hour or two, just go by and you want to share some, spend some time and say, hey, this is what I do, this is what I, because you actually have themes every week. Entrepreneur week, creativity one week, poetry, you know, just some each week to interest the children. And if you're on the email list, it's going to be sent out if they haven't already. So if anyone have any time would like to go by and spend some with the children, they would just...
Who has a camp going?
The Empowerment Center.
Is that here?
Yes, it's in Cheverly. It's on Landover Road. It's 6490 Landover Road in Cheverly. Right.
That's separated ISE though, right?
It is separate from ISC, but what we're saying is that all of these, ISC and the Empowerment Center, are both coming from this umbrella of I Admit. Right, what I Admit is, this is our flag. This is an acronym for Indigenous, Aboriginal, Man, and Trust. We're just saying we're indigenous, we're Aboriginal, and it's the first color, the first man, being man and woman on the planet, and we're operating in trust. And trust being sent here from, you know, to maintain harmony, balance, and peace in this world. So we're saying I'm it, and if you're saying you're it, then together we're saying I am it. So we find this a beautiful play on words, you know, because it's an acronym and it actually means something that's like, this is who we are. You know, star people, divine beings, you know, true gods and goddesses, manifestation of the so-called supreme essence of the divine, right here walking around. Once we get our hearts and our minds aligned, we realize who we are. You know what I'm saying? Our personality and all that. But again, those things are talked about in school, right? So again, we come in with the chief, with the Collective Health Initiative. Just real quick. This came about since our last meeting. This is not online yet, but this is the homepage for the Collective Health Initiative. It is the Collective Health Initiative, also known as the CHIEF, is part of a student-led, self-sustaining movement. Again, I admit it's a self-sustaining movement because we look like the Amish. A lot of us recognize, you know, they go out on their land and they live on their land, and they come to town and they trade, they buy, they have establishments, they interact, intercourse with the corporation. Then they go back and they dwell in and they live how they live. We're saying we should be doing the same thing. No more, no less. Do our thing, interact, connect, and do our thing. So what the Collective Health Initiative is really, we have a school, we're going to grassroots, but we also need the specific tools. What must I do to balance my energy? Here we go, Collective Health Initiative. Also known as the CHIEF, it's part of a student-led, self-sustaining movement of the Institute for Spiritual Enlightenment. It is made of a collective of holistic practitioners, many modalities, producers of all natural hair and body products, and growers of organic food. We here at the Collective Health Initiative, CHIEF, Know and understand that the universe is not only made of one energy, but this energy is present in every living and non-living thing. This energy causes every living and non-living thing to exist. The stars, the planets, trees, people, animals, all the different forms of matter, solids, liquid, gases, as well as the things we use in our everyday life, are nothing more than atoms, protons, neutrons, and electrons vibrating at various frequencies. There's one energy, commonly called chi, ki, kundalini, ra, prana, life force, or breath of life, exists in every physical and non-physical form and has been known and taught as living gods throughout our ancient cultures. We also know and understand that the purpose of man, who make up the human family, is to serve as a vehicle of which God can transfer its consciousness into in order to interact with his creation and to experience fully the totality of his being. So man, as an individual, indivisible duality, may be looked at as a being that is human and divine. Our human nature is what we call our hearts and our minds, which together make up our personality or spirit, while divine nature consists of what we call our intuition, our spiritual power, and our conscience, which together make up our soul. Our personality and soul are non-physical energy, and our physical body is physical energy. Even though we say physical body, it is nothing more than energy vibrating at its most dense level. Our physical body is where the rubber meets the road, so to say. It is not separate from, it is a manifestation of our non-physical energies or our personality and soul. This means that if there is any disharmony or imbalance, dis-ease in the vibration of our physical energy, our physical bodies, then this disharmony or imbalance will also affect our non-physical energy, our emotions, and our mental stability, and ultimately affect our spiritual growth. At the same token, if there is any disharmony or imbalance, dis-ease in the vibration of our non-physical energy, our emotions and mental stability, then this disharmony or imbalance will also affect our physical energy, our physical bodies, and ultimately our spiritual growth and chronic disease, physical disease. So our purpose is to provide physical and non-physical healing tools that will assist our physical and non-physical energies with harmony, balance, and ease. We realize that our society has been indoctrinated with the mindset of quick fixes, fast, microwave results, etc. They want to stress that all of our tools and services are created towards those individuals who are earnestly looking to make lifestyle changes and understand that whatever state or condition that you find yourself in as a result of a particular lifestyle for a period of time, and in order to manifest a different state of being, you must implement a different lifestyle over a period of time. We offer healing tools that will assist those who may have acute or chronic disharmony or imbalance, as well as for assisting those who already may have reasonable good harmony and balance, and now wish to ascend to a consciousness, constant resonation of vibration with creation for self-realization of I and my Father are one. So it was kind of fast, a lot of information, but again, putting this together, realizing who I am as a trustee, what I am at is, you just got to go straight there to it. It's all energy, physical, non-physical. If one is in balance, it'll affect the other one. If one, so let's be aware of what imbalance is and here's some tools to help us get in balance. Which are the same tools we have here at ISC. For example, as well as Darlene's ionic foot detox, and health consultations. We got the heart touch therapy, got nutrition, anger management, emotional wellness, hypnotherapy, life coaching, past life regression counseling, relationship counseling, Reiki healing, and meditation development classes. So again, what we said is we just took the tools here at ISC, which some people may or may not know about, and say, okay, let's bring them over here also, kind of like what the corporation do. They got so much stuff going on, it's the same thing, but they could put a different name on it. They fooling us, but it's really they doing everything. That's all we're saying. Man, we everything. It's the same thing with a different name on it. Chi, what the Chi social. The Chi, wow, they got all those tools and the same tools we already had. Maybe the 3-year curriculum was scaring people. Maybe this idea of school, where you say, well, holistic counseling or healing, health care, we got you covered. So that's what the Chi is all about. Like I say, since last week, this is our information, this is our home page. It's just now about us tying this into the ISC page as a link. And we up and running. So again, we not only got, well, we functional. What's going on, who we are, what are the tools we need to help us do it, and can we help somebody else while we can help ourselves? That's all we're doing, right? This is the self work, because first we got to get on self. As we get on self, we need to know the tools. As we use the tools, we're going to make our lifestyle. We got to share somebody because we can't keep it in. That's just the law of nature. When we share somebody, there's an organization already set up to share people who don't just don't know. you know, so that's what we got going on right now. So, and with the Chi, we also have what's called a Chi Social coming up. Now, this is actually the second annual Chi Social. Because there was one last year in May, we had it at the Omawata spot, and I should have printed the flyer out, but we had, it was door prizes, because the practitioners here offer their services, you know, so we had a raffle, if you win, you won one of the services from a practitioner. A DJ, so we had dancing, we had vendors there, and, you know, that was about it. Food, somebody, you know, food. So it was a regular event that we had, but it was just called the Chi Social, and the focus was, it was a meet and greet to meet the practitioners of the Chi, right? Due to some situations last summer, I went away and things fell off, but we're back again, picked up what we just left off. So this is the second annual Chi Social. So in July 25th, we'll be at Dynamic Wellness. And so our actual student body, social, you know, get together, is gonna be moved to Dynamic Wellness. It's gonna be like a $5 donation, but it's a larger space, you know, that, you know, so it's more of a, really invite everybody out to a party so that so that they can see what IMD's got going on, really, because, you know, that's what we're talking about. So that's what's happening there. In the IMD Law Institute, okay, this is what I feel short because of the manual. It is not done. Manual, right? So I shouldn't even put that up there because it ain't even there. But I said I was going to put this stuff together for a manual, but it's not done yet. So it'll be done next week. And moving on.
What all is going to be in this manual?
Like I said, what I was going to do is take what I got so far. What I've been sending out, anybody's, you know, we made some corrections when you get documents, but nobody said yeah and then nothing else. So I figure it's okay, acquiesce. I'm going to put it together in manual form, then I'm going to present it and say, look, this is our manual, what you think? Make some changes and, you know,
Is that
go
from
from there.
ICE? Was it the same one that?
No, I think I was taking a couple months ago.
Yeah, 'cause that's really Constitution style. Yeah, that's, you know, that's some other piece right there. So, like I said, I just got to take the time and actually put it together in a way that's like, okay, cool, I see what's happening. So, yeah, we just got to contact the Law Institute. But there will be some class, there may be a class mentioned in July, either the nationality and status class or the affidavits class, or maybe a combination. But at least a class, because the idea is once a month, for a little while, I just want to share some law. Like we always hear, when we get a lot of us we talk about, that's how we get the judge and what it is. Well, let's start with the basic foundation of it. Okay, so I can share that beginning with going on here. Now, agriculture manager, I don't know what's going on. I know we got stuff coming out the ground on the roads.
They Louis back there?
Yeah, but I told them about the meeting. They said they're coming, so I ain't got time for that.
Well, it's his time to talk.
Yeah, but in the meantime, you want to come here, the Spirit Speaks. You know, we had a very, very nice meeting last couple of weeks ago. So at Spirit Speaks, we just like the 22nd is our day to say what we got. Okay, so we actually.
Chef, we had all these people to sign up for all these different things.
That's right.
And nobody, I mean, we haven't had one meeting nowhere yet.
That's right.
That's
I know.
disheartening to say the least.
I know, but I'm just so committed. I just can't stop. I can't even talk about that. All I'm gonna say, you're right, and I just keep saying we'll have another meeting next month. I'm gonna get up here and I'm gonna say what's happening. There's gonna be a little bit more stuff going on. Every month there's gonna be a little bit more stuff going on.
Everybody has something to
Right.
talk about.
That's right.
This is crazy.
Because they want to talk about what we're not doing.
Not what we got there. They don't want to talk about anything.
Nah, they want what we're not doing. But anyway, that's not getting too distracted. So yeah, so we got Spirit Speaks. We're gonna have some information like Spirit Speaks. I'm gonna tie this again in a more. We're just gonna see what it do. Cause like I say, I know about the calendar, some other stuff, but we're gonna be all right. And like I say, you know, the buckets ain't nothing in the buckets, but stuff coming out the ground. So actually, something's coming up. And I gave her some more seeds on the new moon Friday. So, you know, we'll see what happened with that. So, that's about it. So it's a little bit more than last time. So that's all wonderful.
So the Spirit Speaks for to incorporate the first five.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have, that's one of my pages. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely have some once a month. I'm gonna talk about what's going on.
Yeah,
You
'cause
know.
I actually think that agriculture ministry needs to have a page or, you know, something that they contribute, their legal.
You gotta have somebody to write it.
That's right. And then we will write it. That's right. And if not, I just put up there what I know.
Right. So it's just a matter of listening to information, updates and that kind of thing.
Exactly.
Bring your buckets or, you know, we got some so-and-sos coming out the ground.
Right.
Tuesday, you know, Sunday we bringing them in, you know, blah, blah, blah.
I'm glad that brother got that spirit.
It's all about the work, baby. I'm telling you, you do the work, everything is easier. You see things differently. You feel things differently.
I'm gonna leave it right there.
Right. Me too. I like the way it feels. That's right, was it? Tahuti. I ain't calling you Tahuti. You my
Been
Tahuti.
there before.
That's right. Me too. I ain't stopping this time. I'm just ain't gonna stop. It's like, what that? Something's doing, so cool. I'm gonna see what was it. I'm excited too. I don't know what's gonna happen next month. I really don't. You know, I just see what's going on, and I say, well, this is what the energy. This is what it. I'm like Tahuti on this plane. I like to consider myself observing the energies. You know, the manifestations, and saying, oh, this was happening. Right. And he's saying, this is why it's happening.
Can't nobody hear it.
Right.
I don't want to hear that right now.
Right. Let's go ahead and talk about what we're not doing. Cool.
Say, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you.
That's right.